Well, good evening and welcome to My Psychic Connection. I'm your host, Journey Ryan. I am here with Miss Trinity Black. How are you, Trinity?
I am doing absolutely fabulous. Thank you. How are
That's
you?
amazing. I'm doing well. You know, you and I were just talking about Mercury, and it has been creeping around. And it was definitely messing with some technology today. I see people joining the group. Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Hey, happy birthday, Sag. Happy birthday, Sagittarius.
Nice.
Tonight we have our moon in Cancer journey.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, for the 3 days. Yeah, so that's awesome because the moon still looks a little full. And then when you combine energy, oh, wow, Sun and Sag. So I was reading an article today from last month that was saying that they've possibly found fairies on the planet of Jupiter. I said, what?
Really?
Let me look at that a little closer. Yeah, and then it's the fairies and giants. So I'm like, oh, I still have to keep reading this to get to the point.
Right.
So, yeah, basically what it is their cameras are picking up electrical storms over in Jupiter. Okay. They say we have the similar thing here on Earth, you know, a few hundred feet above the clouds. But the scientists in NASA, they're like really excited that they want to look at other planets and see who else might have like electrical works like that. So I thought that was really interesting. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. I have to check out that article and see what you were reading there. That seems very interesting. And Tara said hi. Hi, Tara. Hi, Kay. We'll get to your question in just a second. And if you guys are new to the show, how we do things here, just go ahead. If you have a question, put it in the comments. We are definitely going to try to get to each and every one of your questions. If you are on Facebook Live, go ahead and like the group that you're in. And if you're on YouTube Live, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified every time we're online. We're on here 5 nights a week. On Monday nights, you got myself, Journey Ryan. Tuesday, it's Journey and Miss Holly. Wednesday, of course, it's myself and Trinity Black. Going on Thursday with myself, Holly, and Marin. And on Friday, we're here with good old Gifts of Faith. So it's a great show, and it's not this upcoming weekend, but the following weekend we're going to have a Saturday show. We're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be giving away some amazing watches, and some other things will be coming up. So we're going to be doing that here. So when we do that, we'll tell you and explain how the giveaways work, and we'll start with giving away some smartwatches and some t-shirts and some cool other prizes, even some free minutes on the website. And if you don't know what website that is mypsychicconnection.com. We are in the process of a transition, so we are going from the current system into the new system. So anything you have on this system will be transferred over to the new system, but this way you guys can get in touch with your favorite psychics when they're available and have the chance to talk to them one-on-one where nobody else can hear your business.
Right.
Hey, Cassidy, how's it going? I see you in the chat room. All right. Yeah, definitely feel like, you know, a lot of things have been happening today. I get a lot of people there's a lot of doubt right now. So I you know, I've been dealing with a lot of people today that they have a lot of doubt. The energies are feeling weird. They're, you know, they're not feeling themselves. They don't know where this came from. Yeah, there's been so much. We all have that COVID fatigue. Everybody's like COVID it out. Well, unfortunately, COVID is not done with us until it's done. And right now we are in the process of things happening. So, you know, it's definitely, it's not something we can't overcome, but if we're not smart about it, we can make ourselves go backwards. So remember, treat it like a really bad relationship. Do what you have to until you can get out.
Right. Yeah, that's story you said once about the woman who was very quiet for years, and then one day she just handed her husband divorce papers and beat him up.
Right.
Jail, beat him up. I was like, Journey, you have cameras in my house? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm watching. But yeah, my guys always tell me. My guys always tell me what's up with you, though, Trinity. You know that we've been talking.
I know they do. That's why I get those messages. Yeah. Well, I'm a Pisces, so I'm passive aggressive. So I could totally relate to that woman. It's like, I don't want conflict. I'm going to play a trick on you because who is it? Neptune is very mischievous. So, yeah.
Well, Katie just said here in the chat room, she said, I read her 4 years ago while she was in the hospital, and I was excellent. Well, thank you, Kay. I do appreciate that. And, you know, the thing about that is I remember that reading. So there was definitely some special energy when we were having those conversations. So I'm glad you're able to come back and connect with me and we get that chance to talk again. But definitely we're here with Trinity, who's got the magic deck of tarot.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, she has these amazing cards, and she just, you know, the detail that comes from it. And I'm so glad that you were my student because, you know, it was years ago when you came to me, we started learning the tarot and learning your gift and getting you reconnected and getting everything put in the way that you needed it to be. And I was so happy that you learned to connect with yourself, believe in yourself, and now look at you. You're here with me, and we're having fun, and we're doing readings. Always, you know.
It's an amazing blessing.
If you don't like doing readings, then don't do it.
Like, there are some people that have empath and they're getting dreams and they're having psychic intuitions, and it's a little bit scary. So if you know, like, a mentor, or, you know, someone who's actually practiced longer or more, it does help a lot. Yeah. And I enjoyed the classes.
Well, you're a good student. You pay attention. You listen to what I say. I even showed you how to understand certain songs that have hidden messages and things to that nature. I remember that course with you. And for all of you who are listening right now, I have recently been asked to join a college site to teach tarot and spirituality. So I'm really excited to be a professor of the college. More of that information will be brought soon. That way, if you are interested in spirituality or tarot or any of the things like that, I will be having these courses available for people to go on and check it out and get that type of information and get that training. So, and you will be certified. That's the best part about it. You will get a certification at the end of the course from the college.
Sign me up.
Oh, you will be, don't you worry.
Knowledge is infinite. You can never know too much. So, yep, sign me up.
Well, there's the first course that I'm doing is 120 classes. So that's a really long course. So, but it's going to be well worth it at the end when you finally get all the knowledge in what you're going to receive. It's going to be great. I'm also going to be doing a course with Good Golly Natali. So, like I said, once I get all that information, I'll put it on the website. I'll put it here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. We're also on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and all the other apps that you guys can get your podcast from. So if you like what you hear, or you want to hear our show, or if you want to ask questions, don't hesitate to, connect to those other sites. We do get messages from them as well. All right. Trinity, are you ready?
I am so ready. Yes. I'm wearing my glasses tonight. My eyes feel a little tired for some reason. I don't know. So I have my rose-colored glasses on.
And that's the alarm to wake up. That's the alarm to wake up. Yeah. All right, Trinity. True. Well, let's get things started. Let's go ahead and take our first question. Our first question comes from Kay. And Kay, when do you see me with a new lover or my love, Larry? Okay. Wow. Right off the bat, I do feel the road does split for you. So you're going to have to make a choice. Larry is going to start taking his time to step up to the plate. The energy is going to come forward. But at the same time, I'm seeing new love. Interest is already in your life. But these things don't come until mid-January. Now, it starts off innocent. The new love does. And it isn't even set up to be a love triangle. What it happens to be is a friendship that grows and the feelings develop, and it just so happens to come together in that way. Larry, on the other hand, I feel like he'll start to open up that energy and want to talk to you at the same time that this new love comes through. So while this new love comes through, you're going to feel that energy. You're going to feel what's going on. You're going to enjoy the newness that you have, and it's going to be great. But then that's when Larry appears. Dun, dun, dun. And now all of a sudden he wants your attention. Now you're torn between two people. I'm going to say this. When it comes to love, choose the new lover. Larry is still going to cause issue. And as much as you care about him, I'm going to tell you, it's still going to be a back and forth game. It can still hurt your, I still feel like it hurts your feelings, and I would hate to see you get hurt. And I know that your heart is on your sleeve. So don't allow that to hurt you, and take the new love, because the new love has your best interest at mind. So stay with that. I'm going to hand the mic over to Trinity so she can give you the insight that she sees. All right, Trinity, you're on. Trinity, you have to unmute your mic, sweetheart. There you go. Don't mute your mic. I'll take care of that.
Yeah. I was drinking in the back. I didn't know if everyone could hear that. Yeah.
Nope, once you go off, you're good.
What I'm seeing, what's coming up for me, a good, solid, stable relationship by June. I know that's in 6 months about, but like Journey was saying, yes, you already know the guy. You're familiar with him. A new guy would come. Larry, there's not much to say about him. I don't want to speak bad about him, but let's just say it's a lot of chaos with Larry, and it's just a tough situation, Kay.
Larry doesn't seem to know what Larry wants.
Give you back what you've been putting out, basically, and it's going to be very much reciprocated. And like Journey said, it can start to blossom anytime, like in January or around that, 6 to 8 weeks maybe. But Larry, he's definitely going to try to keep resurfacing if you didn't leave already. But he's just going to keep chaos around him a bit longer. He's actually a good example of a person who is an empath and absorbs other people's energies, and not really handling it. It lashes out. He lashes out. So it looks like he's fighting you, but he's fighting himself. And because of that, that's just going to slow you down on what you're trying to work on, like on your path. But there is a guy, and it's actually, even, to be honest, it could be a choice. You'd have a choice of more than one person. And whoever you choose, it can be reciprocated.
Yeah, I got that there was definite choice there, and it was between the new lover and Larry, and the new lover seemed to be paying more attention than Larry is, because Larry was still going to go back and forth with his emotions, which was only going to kind of pull Kay around, and it really wasn't, something that Kay needed.
And the temper tantrums and impulsiveness, like a teenager. And it's like, okay, you do love them, and I understand that, but then again, like here's an example. Right here, I have my rose quartz crystal. So like Journey was saying before, you can just rub the crystal, and you want to keep like nice rose quartz crystals around you. Try to play romantic music, not sad love music. Just get your vibration back in alignment with that innocent, pure love, because the more you get that and put it out, that is certainly what you'll get back. But as long as she's a healer. And that's why she got sick in the hospital too. That sort of led to that journey. So I'm so glad you brought her through that, and you basically helped renew her spirit and, her energy level too. But she's a healer. So it's tempting to want to keep reaching down and reaching back to help other people. But at this point, Kay, you're more in a position where the ones who are going to come to you are going to be very sincere and want that. They're going to want what you have to offer.
Exactly.
Not just, oh, it's convenient and it's easy.
Well, just
Right.
because you have to use a walker, you have to do certain things doesn't mean that nobody wants you. You're not getting the right person. So those are the ones you don't need to hold on to. Even though we want love so badly at a certain time, doesn't necessarily mean just because we want something doesn't mean that we're ready for it. And at the time, I don't feel that was the case. Now, when we get into January, when I see you meeting the new fella, I feel like the energy is going to be good, and I feel like you're going to feel good about it. You're going to be able to move forward with Larry. I feel like his emotions are going back and forth. He doesn't know exactly what he wants, and that that's going to cause controversy, and it's going to be a pain in you know what. So, but don't beat yourself up because you have certain things that you have to go through, like using a walker. One of my good friends is in a wheelchair. She felt the same way. She says, "Oh, nobody wants me because I'm in a wheelchair." It's not necessarily true. You're just not finding the right person. So the thing is that right now, this is not the time. But like I said, as we get into January, the love that starts to build starts off as a friendship. It's not even a lover setup. So it's not lover setup. It's, between the two of you gaining, love for one another.
Right. If I didn't know any better, if I weren't gifted, I would say, oh, no, Kay, no. But I know Kay, deep down inside, she knows her value. I know Kay is an empowered woman. And I also know that right now when she says, oh, nobody wants me, nobody's going to want me. That's just the full moon talking, the Cancer, the emotions. And that's something we all just go through. Like, oh, I have a pimple today. I just can't go out in public. But besides that, Kay, if you totally keep feeding into that energy of feeling that way, then that is exactly what you'll attract. And that's not going to be fun. So you want to keep that focus on, you're very valuable. You have a lot to offer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, definitely, Kay, keep in mind that Larry will come in, but the new lover I feel is more attentive to your needs and will give you what you want, as Larry will come back and forth. So I don't feel that is where you need to be. So allow yourself to, accept this new guy as someone who is got your best interest in mind more so than Larry.
Yeah. Get some raid for Larry.
Mm-hmm.
When he comes out the woodwork, just be ready. Get some raid.
Gone.
Or pink rose quartz crystals. Yeah. Yep. Larry's the one who helped her feel that way. Like, oh, I can't have this type of guy or that.
Larry's damaged goods. Right now, Larry is damaged goods. He's got a lot going on, and he's just been that way, and he hasn't let any of it go. And so he takes out that emotional rage out on everybody else.
Right. And we understand it's a process.
Okay, I don't know any names on the person. No.
You are an absolute peach. You're adorable.
Yes. Well, if I could give you a name, Kay, I definitely would, but I'm not seeing a name for it. To just know that there's new love walking in. All right. And like I said, it starts out as friendship, so it's not to be expected as a relationship. But those feelings grow, and it's one of those things that you just can't help. You guys help each other heal. You understand each other. It's really good. All right, for everybody,
ask us, but I do see money coming for her
question as we go down the list. So that way you don't have to put your question in a bunch of times. We'll get to each and every one of you as I'm scrolling up and down and trying to get there.
It gets like that.
I got my new sound effects, by the way. Got my new sound effects. All right. So we got Tara. Tara says, I'm new at this. Haha. My best friend of 10 years comes on here, told me how great you are. I have a question. What do you see with my boyfriend's job situation? Well, the job situation seems a little bit, I even feel like the company seems to feel unsure. Or what am I getting here? Is this somebody, did he get laid off? Because I'm seeing two things, a company that wants him and a company from the past. So I don't know if he's in between jobs or if he's about to leave a job. But my suggestion, when it comes down to it, take a new job that's coming, and it's coming right after Christmas. So that's what I see with the job coming your way for your boyfriend, Tara, is that, you know, there's opportunity on the horizon for him, and it's a better opportunity. And I don't believe that he is, you know, no, he wants to change to a new company. Absolutely, Tara. That's what he needs to do. And that opportunity is right after Christmas. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Trinity, and she's going to give you what she sees here. But I definitely feel the new opportunity on the way, and he should take it.
Well, according to the cards I'm looking at, it looks like I did pick up that he might want to change jobs, but I see entrepreneurial around him. And I'm not sure if it's because that's what he wanted in the past and he might have changed his mind or gave up on it, or it's a secret thought. I'm not going to go there with it. But I definitely see strong entrepreneurship skills and that he will be able to start his own business and it can grow. I mean, he could still have his regular job, but I can definitely see him, you know, starting off with just working on, I guess, looking at what he wants to do. It might be a career change, to be honest. I do see a job like Journey's saying, but what's coming out really strong and it looks like very cloudy and indefinite, but I see strong entrepreneur skills in him and like it's a desire he has, and it will be prosperous if he takes that road. But I mean, it would take a while, like months down the road. It could take a year before it's actually a good stable ground and not even fully developed yet. But that is something he might want to look into.
Right.
He'd have to, yeah, he'd have to let go of some of his past fears and emotions and work on focus, because I know he keeps wondering, like, man, how come I can't just work for myself? Or, you know, it's a little anger against some people. He wanted to take over his grandpa's business. He has to let go of some things to get that though. But he doesn't even have to do that really, but he does have the skills required to run his own successful business and possibly from home. But I mean, he could be doing something with moving things too. I do definitely see him being a very physical person. So, and he's so skilled. And then I see him as a mentor and helping younger children. So, with like teenagers, like sports, you know, like a coach of some sort. But that's what he's looking for, and that can happen for him. So if you can pass that message that he shouldn't give up on his dreams and hopes, even though he does have to work now and keep stability, he shouldn't give up. Oh, thank you, Kay.
Says, I love you, Ryan. I love your show. You're welcome, Kay, anytime. And Tara says, this is very spot on. Thank you so much. He's very skilled. Yeah, I got that he was very skilled. I got that, he was trying to figure things out, but there's a new opportunity on the horizon. Now, the entrepreneur thing, I do feel like, yes, he has that ability, but as Trinity said, he's got a lot to do before he gets there. So he's not quite yet ready for this new opportunity to adventure out on his own or take over someone's business or take over a business that's been closed or anything to that nature. Right now, he needs to focus on getting things secured. And by that, he'll be able to move forward.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Well, Tara, hopefully we were able to answer your question.
I don't even see any vibe or connection with the grandfather's business, though.
No?
Yep. For him, no. It's only because there's too many hands in the pot, so it wouldn't really be like his own business. It's if it would actually kill his dream of wanting to be an entrepreneur. But you're right. I don't want him to take like $10,000 out and invest it, in property or products like next week or something, So it definitely has to grow, and you want to make sure the credit's right, and you work with good people. Like Journey, you have a lot of experience with that. You know how important it is that when you're doing like any type of co-creative work or cooperation, you don't want to just jump in. You want to work with other people like-minded or with similar goals, that can benefit too. Yep.
Right.
But he's got to let go of some of that other stuff, the anger and and doubt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and go up the list here and go to our next. It's from Candy. She says, "Hello, Journey and Trinity." And Nina says, "Hey, y'all. Hey, Nina. Let's see. Candy, please help me know what year do you see me getting married, and please and thank you." Well, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, when I saw marriage for you, you're probably not going to want to hear the year that I saw, but I got 2024. So you still got 3 more years because we're almost done with this year. So when it comes to that, that's what I pick up. I don't know what year. Did you connect on a year when it came to Candy's question there?
Oh, she doesn't want to hear my response. It's like that movie Jacob's Ladder. I'm ready to say, girl, you're already married. I mean, I see her already in love. I already see her. I don't know if she fantasizes about it or watches movies a lot, but I definitely do see someone with her, and I do see like a marriage type of commitment. So I don't see anytime soon for her neither. If you're talking about the sense of we're getting married and having both families and, are traveling to do it, that's going to take a while if she wants it right. For one, and I don't want to gossip because I wouldn't on radio, but the families don't really get along. And maybe she doesn't even know the guy. How about that? But I'm just saying there is some tension there. So she'd have to consider that also, But she's young and beautiful, and it's really fine to just have male friends and date, or female friends and date and enjoy life.
Well, Candy does say she is. She says, "I am in love." But the thing is that when marriage came to it, there was a lot of balance that needed to happen in order for you to even get to the point of marriage. So unfortunately, the year that I saw was, 3 years away. But to me, it's well worth it. You go through it, you grow, you connect, you fix the problems, your communication picks up because your communication's terrible. Communication in your relationship is terrible. And it needs to improve.
It needs to ask, like, who would get married? Because it seems like I said, it's other relatives involved and friends involved so much. It's like, are you trying to marry this man or his people? Like, it's sort of like saying sometimes in order to get what you want, you might have to let go of a lot of things. So, like, you're not supposed to marry his parents and his friends, and he's not supposed to, like, really be with your people. If they love you, they'll accept him. If they love him, they'll, vice versa. But like I said, it looks like a marriage already to me. It looks like a commitment, some loyalty, some friendship. It's just a lot of contrast and conflict from other people mostly. I totally agree with Journey. It's a lot of miscommunication, but I believe you both are working on that, both of you, and I love that both of you are. But the miscommunication, it's only because both of you feel like you're not being heard. In that case, for you, Candy, I would say, and I don't do it myself much, but you can, everything you would want to say to him, say it into a tape recorder and play it back, and then sum it up and put it in man language, or your mate's language, because it's a different
man language. Look at you with the man language.
Speak Mars. Don't do Venus, do Mars. Or you do she could be the man language, I don't know.
This is true, but you got to talk to the person that when you go to explain something to somebody and you want somebody to understand what you're talking about, you have to explain it to them in the way where that they would understand, how they would comprehend it. Because if you say things in the way that you do things, they're not going to always understand exactly what you're saying or where you're coming from. So you've got to find a way to know the person, know your mate, know your partner, of how they communicate, what they know, and how they understand things. So you got to try to get to that process. And that's how you know you got good communication, is when you can look at your partner and know how they communicate and how they understand things. So if you do it like that, then you see, oh, now they understand. Now they're feeling it. Now I feel like I'm accomplishing something because we're getting somewhere. So don't let, don't frustrate yourself. I like the tape recorder thing. Tape what you're going to say, play it back, sum it up, and then talk to them in their language, because that's something that they need. said, I had a spot-on reading yesterday with Journey and Holly, and now Journey and Trinity. You are all so amazing. I love you all. Well, you're welcome, Candy.
Aww.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for, listening and joining. Tell your friends. Like I said, we're here 5 nights a week, so we want to get this fan base going. We want to get people the help and get the answers to the questions that they need. We don't have a problem helping anybody. That's what we're here for. Like I said, we don't, make people do anything. If you come to us, we'll help you. If you don't, that's okay. If you just want to watch, it's cool. If you got a question, don't hesitate to ask. That's Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, all the systems that we're on. But we're going to be right back in just a second. So give us 30 seconds. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back, and we're going to be doing some sponsors here. So we'll have little ad breaks here and there. So just to be prepared for that. But definitely want to keep on going. We got plenty of people here waiting to talk with us. So let's go ahead and take the next question. Let me get here on the wall of questions. And Nina, I seen you put on here. I had a reading last night, but can I ask another question? Yes, absolutely. Put your question down. We'll get to it, sweetheart. Don't, if you came last night, you came with another question. You're with a totally another reader. Of course I'm here. That's the one denominator each and every day, but we do have another reader. You get a different perspective. There's no wrong to ask a question. If you have a question, no matter how you think it is, don't hesitate to ask it. We will get to it if we can. If not, we're going to be here the next night and the next night. So like I said, don't hesitate to ask a question. That's what we're here for. You guys bring us joy. We bring joy to you by giving you your answers. And, that's what we're here for. So I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, well, I asked a question last night. I can't. Like your hands are tied. You're not. We don't. That's not how we deal things. And also, if you guys would like to get a private reading where it's just you and the psychic of your choice, go to mypsychicconnection.com, where you can sign up, get 3 free minutes, an additional free minutes every time you add funds. It's a great way to get in contact with your psychic when you need them and have that chance to have that private conversation with them one-on-one. Can make things a little easier sometimes. And, I always tell people about the voice part of things, the vibration that you get when you hear someone's voice. You can, pick up more energy. I mean, I'm not opposed to having the chat because I still pick up the reading and stuff like that. But the vibration from the voice actually amplifies the reading. That's why I like these one-on-ones where I can't wait to start getting where we can do the camera reads, where, we can add that person to our feed and go from there. So that's next. That's in the future, guys.
I love it.
All right,
Journey, knock, knock. I'm sorry, knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
Boo.
Boo-hoo.
We don't do mediumship readings on here. I'm sorry. I hope I wasn't too loud. I just thought that would be funny. I pulled this card up not too long ago, the swords, and I was like, hey, where's my wit at? I'm too serious. Let me relax.
Yeah, you gotta relax. Go with the flow. Feel the energy, but definitely. Yeah. All right, well, let's get to our next question from Jenna. Jenna, Journey, and Trinity, please, what do you feel and see about my question? Please, 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 do you see me and Russell getting married? Thank you so much. Okay, I'm trying to look at Russell's energy. Now, when it comes to Russell, I feel like his energy is there. Russell needs to be more open to his emotional side. I get that Russell's more blocked on that side, so he needs to open up more. But as to answer the question, does marriage come between the two of you? It is. I see the engagement, and I see talks of marriage. But I do not actually see the marriage. But that does not mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that he has not gotten in touch with that side of his emotional self to consider marriage. So there's a block. I feel like you can overcome that block. I don't feel that it's not something that, you know, isn't going to happen. I know it will eventually, but okay, Siri's deciding to talk today. But yeah, I don't see the wedding as of yet, but it's not saying that it's not going to happen. So it is going to take time because he's got to get through his emotional. He's got a bunch of emotional baggage that he needs to overcome. But I'm going to hand the mic over to Trinity, and she's going to tell you what she sees in them beautiful cards.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Of course, I don't see it either, but I do see you guys getting closer together. I don't want to say it's a financial situation, but the marriage, once you get to the point to agree on the marriage, there's going to be more than likely complications. So that might not be something you're going to rush into anyway. Like, I appreciate, like, I know you're eager and everything, but you guys are pretty close and you're getting closer. But it's not so much that it's a money situation. It's more of how the money would be spent or what it would be preferred on during a certain time period. Like, do you get a house or do you get the marriage first and then get the house and the car and do this and that? So, and the words I'm saying to you are public and for the public. So I'm expecting you to look within and understand what I'm saying, or maybe just rewatch it because I'm speaking it so you'll get what I'm saying. But there are a lot of obstacles in the way concerning marriage with this man right now. But there is hope, and I agree with Journey. It can be overcome. There is hope, but you won't really see signs of it to where you feel like, okay, I think we can get married. It'll take like months. It might even be a year before he's at that point too ready, like to propose and everything. The family is right. But right, it's not so much that they don't have the money, it's just how it's going to be spent. Right. You could always elope at some point, but I don't think he's ready for that. I think he is very much connected to his parents and what they have to say and how they feel about things. And he doesn't want to be disowned, but he does love you. But like from what I'm seeing, you guys are very much like a marriage already, though, in a lot of ways. And you have a very solid relationship on different levels that people dream and hope for. You laugh together, you watch TV together, you're honest with each other. I don't think he cheats. I know you don't cheat. You guys already have so much already. And at some point you have to stop and just take your present reality and that moment you're in and appreciate it. I'm not saying you don't, but that marriage can come, but there's obstacles. But I just want you to be encouraged to really like look back into it, like what you guys have. Because there's people who have been married for like 6 months or 40 years and they're very miserable, very miserable. So if you push him with it, it'll push him away and actually turn him off. So you want to keep it a secret how bad you want to be married, but just enjoy it. Like, let him know.
Well, right. Along with the marriage and the financial stuff, I don't feel like that's the only problem. And I want you to know that that's not the only problem. Yeah, there's pressure and stuff from the family, and I get that 100%. But the thing is here too is that he has an emotional block. There's that fear of that kind of 100% commitment, 100% connection, and he hides it. So don't look bad on it because he will open up to it, but it does take him time. He's gone back and forth with his emotions many times. Mm-hmm. But I do feel him to open up. And like I said, I see the engagement. I see you guys, planning a wedding. I don't see the wedding actually happening as of yet. And I get that's because he's emotionally blocked. No, he is not gay. He's not gay.
She asked if he was gay.
Well,
No, but I think
apparently she needed to make sure. But no,
well,
I
yeah,
don't get
the
that.
thing
I don't
is,
get that's the case.
that's actually a credit to him, because when you can be balanced with your masculine and feminine to the point where people are suspicious, that's a very good thing. Very good thing.
But Jenna, thank you so much for your question, and hopefully we're able to answer it. Don't get disappointed at this point. Wait a little bit, re-ask that question when it comes to the future, and let's see if he's gotten past that emotional block. So I really believe that's the part that's holding up the actual relationship itself.
Right.
All right.
She's got a lot of patience too.
It's going to take a while to get through all that. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
All right. So we went to... I got to go. Hang on, guys. Bear with me as I go through the questions here. All right. We got someone... Okay, wait a minute. I see Amy's question here. Is it Amy? Yeah, I got Amy's question here. Okay. Here we go. It says, I'm one of those people also been met with a feeling of fear when hearing of tarot cards. Could you please help me understand what they are and how they work? I'm sure that's a loaded question, but just a brief understanding. Okay, so what the tarot is a tool that's an extension to the reader. It helps the reader shift out some of the messages in which that are coming. So if you are seeing or hearing or feeling, sometimes it comes as a thought pattern, which is not your own, because you know how you think, how thoughts come through your head, and then you get these other thoughts that are not your own. The tarot are an extension to help map what they're getting, the information in which is coming forth for you. So it gives you, it's a tool. So that's the best way to put it. It's a tool. It's an extension of the psychic in order to channel all the information in which they're getting into something that gives them a path for the most important information that needs to be brought to your attention. So that's the best way I can describe it in a short term. So it's nothing to be fearful of. I know that movies make it like, ooh, scary witchcraft stuff. It's just a movie. They use
sometimes. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sometimes people actually draw pictures and do artwork, and the picture will happen to them later. So I know there is fear with it. I was speaking to a friend, I'll make it quick, where I was letting her know that a lot of people in the church background, they say something like the tarot cards are evil or this or that. And I think it's more of the energy of the practitioner of what they're coming with. But a lot of religious groups want that control, so they try to put a massive fear in people's mind to block the knowledge, because it is a lot more money in society if a person doesn't believe in esoteric things. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but the tarot, they were out way back, even with the Egyptians. Ra, the sun god, passed some down to some of the Egyptians even. And I agree with Journey. There's pictures, and they do help. When you're working in the spiritual realm, they help like a funnel, helps you focus into it. The way they work, sometimes it's like an intuition thing. So yeah, you have to trust yourself and your intuition, at least on some level, to even do this. But there's other things, with tarot, there's tea leaves.
There's a connection to everything and every tool that you use. Not everyone can connect themselves to the tarot. Yeah. This is something along the lines of what I have said before in the past, where I have some friends that are in some witch groups and things like that, and everybody has their own abilities. Certain people can feel, some people see things, some people hear things, some people they use tools. And, you know, I call people projectors. Some people can project their energy onto other groups of people. And tarot cards can do that too. You can project your energy of what's going on in the spiritual realm onto the cards to understand what things need to be said. Because when you're doing a reading, you get a ton of information, but it's not always the information in which you want. So the cards can help funnel that energy and give you a better answer, a clearer answer, rather than all the scrambled information that comes to you. Because I'm going to tell you, when it comes, they don't talk to you like, hey, how's it going? You know, tell Sally Mae that this is going to happen. It doesn't come that way. It does not come that way. So the thing is that, you know, the energy, you've got to kind of cipher through the information that's being, you know, brought to you. It's not always the same. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, what does spirit have to say to me? Well, spirit's got 1,000,001 things to say to you. That's what I always tell everybody. I know everyone has a question. There's always something on the top of your mind that you'd like to get an answer to. Don't hesitate to ask that question. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's no such thing as a stupid question. I've never had a stupid question ever asked to me in that way. You know, if you've got to ask the question, there's a reason for it. And that's a building tool to something else. You never judge anybody by what they ask. You never judge anybody by what's being told to them. Because that's for them. Technically, when I do my readings, I am the tool. I am the tarot. I don't, you know, I can use tarot, I can use runes, I can use many different tools. I have the ability to use them. I don't necessarily need them. But I was raised differently than most. I was raised to believe in my gift. I was raised on both sides of my family that you have a gift and you need to learn how to use it. And you need to learn how to control it. And you need not to, you know, don't read people who don't want to be read. Learn how to control that. Don't pick up their energies. Don't do this. Don't, you know, there was a lot of rules and regulations basically to how I was raised and how to read and how to understand and my psychic ability and my gift. And it's grown over the years and it just keeps getting stronger. It's like a muscle. The more you work it out, the stronger it gets, the more information I'm able to get. Yeah. Sometimes now I'm going to tell you, there are some questions where people will ask that's a little more intrusive and that information will go blank. You won't get that info. So I'm not able to, you know, bring you that information. Like I had a girl ask me one time, well, how many times did he sleep with that girl? Well, that information was like, there's no answer to that. And I'm like, I can't answer that because spirit did not want you to know any of that information. So sometimes the question is not stupid because it means something to you, but at the same time, that answer needs to come from the person and whom you're talking about. So there's certain ways and tricks to the way spirit talks to you, to the way that you get the energy. And I always like to know the last connection to somebody communicating, because if you connect to somebody's energy, but you connect to the energy that's from 2 months ago, it is not the same as it is today or your last communication with that person. So it makes all the difference. I don't ask a lot to get information. You know, just a couple little questions to get it going, to get the energies flowing, and then we're good to go. So, you know, when, you know, I don't say that you can't ask, you know, what does spirit have for me? If you want to ask that question, I will pull a card for you. And I will see what that card says for you. So that's how I do that. And that's how I use tarot for that. You know, what is spirit jumping out saying to you at that moment? Because spirit's saying a bunch of things, but if I use the tool to channel that one thing that spirit wants you to know right now, that's what I'm going to tell you, because that's what it's wanting to know at that moment in your life. That's why I say have a specific question, because rather than asking a question, and this is what I tell people when they go to, like, if you went to My Psychic Connection and you're paying $2.99 a minute, why would you pay $2.99 a minute to say, what does spirit have to say for me, when you actually have a specific question? Because you're like, I want to know about Bob. Well, Bob's got red shoes. Well, that's not what I wanted to know. Well, no kidding. You didn't ask a specific question. You just said, I want to know about Bob. Well, Bob's got red shoes. Bob wears t-shirts. You know, you don't want basic information. You want something that's strong, that's going to give you the clarity and the understanding of what you want. So it's always best to ask a question so you can get that information that you're actually seeking, and not useless information that you're like, I don't care about that. I wanted to know this. Well, you didn't ask that. Spirit world's tricky. They like to just play games. I'm telling you. And that's why, you know, there's that warning on the Ouija board, and there's that warning for this, that, and the other thing. There's even warning with tarot cards. Know what you're asking. Get that question. It's going to help channel it. Just like when people write spells. Remember, energy takes the easiest route. So whatever you say and whatever you're projecting into the universe, make sure you give it a step-by-step, because if you don't, it's going to do whatever the hell it wants. And it's going to get to its destination, but it may not be in the way that you wanted it to be. So if you're like, oh, I want to be rich right now. Energy's like, okay, you want to be rich? Boom. All of a sudden, you get into a car accident, and the only way you got that money was because you got into a car accident. You lose a family member. Remember, words have power, but you have to focus it. Do not allow it to go wild, because it will take the shortest route. So that's why we use tools. That's why we use tarot. That's, you know, and like I said, you know, I've developed my skills over the years. So, you know, I've been doing this for over 20 years now. And, you know, I've learned how to control it. When I first started out, tarot was my best friend. But, you know, I still use tarot. I'm not going to say that I don't use the tools like I'm above it all, because I'm not. But definitely, you know, make sure that when you ask a question, you know, when you're ready to get a reading, ask that question, because you're going to get the answer you seek, not a bunch of information, which was good, but it wasn't what you wanted to know. So, a little class right there for you guys. Little schooling. Never heard
that was nice. I wouldn't add anything to that.
All right. So let's get to another question here. We got a question from Kristina. Kristina is a new viewer and would like to know if Ivan and her will be together for Christmas. Now, Ivan definitely feels like he's going to be around. I don't feel like he's going to be there for the entire day, but I do feel like he's going to make an appearance, and I do feel like you guys are going to spend some time together. But it will not be an all-day affair. I feel like he's going to come later on during the day, so you won't have the morning part with him. You'll have the evening part. And that's what I'm getting with Ivan. And I get that there is some energy there, Kristina, that is, you know, there's a love there that he cannot explain for you. And I think that it's not that he can't explain his love for you, is that he's not accepting his love for you, in the sense that he's not accepting all of his feelings at the time. I get a lot of pain and hurt from the past, but I do feel like he'll overcome it. And I keep seeing him coming forward. And I see a love for you and him. I see a relationship. I see things going down the road. I feel like there's something changing with what's going on between you that's making things different in this relationship between the two of you. Kristina, are you still with me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Trinity, I can hear you. I'm talking to Kristina, our reader. Yes. Okay. She says absolutely true. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So the thing about it is that his love for you is deep. I don't think he knows how to accept it because it scares him. I feel like he's gonna get over that bridge, but because of his past, it looks like it keeps coming back to haunt him. And the reason his past keeps because he's letting the past haunt him. He needs to know how to say no. He is too nice by letting people back in that do not belong there. Yes, he will. Kristina asks, will he open up emotionally wise? Yes, he will. I got him opening up his emotions. I got him saying, you know, I care about you. I love you. Now get ready for that, because that's going to happen at the end of this year. He's going to start talking about feelings and emotions that he's not expressed to you before. It's going to feel a little weird, but I'm going to tell you this. Listen to what he's saying. Don't interrupt. Just listen. As he goes through and he talks about all this, he's going to express his loves for you. He's going to express things how he feels. Kristina says, he is my first love, and he went through heartbreak. Yes, he did. And I get that weighs heavy on him. But the thing is now he's got feelings that are so strong for you that he needs to be able to express them and talk to you about them. And I get that he's going to do that. I feel that that door is opening for you. So get ready to accept that energy. Get ready to, you know, let that energy flow, because it is coming and it needs to happen. He needs to be able to express. He needs to be able to open. He needs to be able to, you know, say everything he's saying. So when he gets to that part and he starts to express how he feels, don't interrupt. Just, you know, you can, you know, the occasional, wow, oh my gosh, I'm here for you. That's okay. But let him keep talking, because if you go and talk about something that you felt, then you're going to sidetrack him and he's not going to say everything that he wants to say. So just listen. That is your cue to listen. Once he's done talking, he's going to feel 9,000 times better. And the person who healed him was you. And the person he falls in love with is you. I'm going to pass this over to Trinity because I know she's got some more to add, but I just wanted to let you know, listen when he goes to tell you his feelings. Then you afterwards can tell him how you feel.
I've got nothing. I couldn't add to that. Perfect. Now, what I want to say also, though, because I can't add to that, that was just so, it's almost like you read the tarot cards. You are one. Yeah, I get you. Listening is important. That's very good, Kristina. Well, so what I'm seeing with him, and I think it's okay with him if I say these things, that he's had like 2 near-death experiences and has been traumatized. And a lot of things that he wants to talk about, he is holding back. But now back to your original question, will he be there for Christmas? What I see very strongly is, I know it sounds lame, but he'll be there in spirit, because that's what I see. I do see him with you for Christmas, but I also see him thinking about you. So it might be like Journey was saying, he might be there a few hours or in and out, or he might stay a day or two. But either way, I see that that's where his heart's at, and that's where he wants to be. Like, he wants to be with you now. He wants to be with you tomorrow and yesterday. And he's in that situation. He's sort of in a Batman state where, you know, Batman in the movie, he was damaged and hurt, and he tried to shield and protect his feelings. He's freaked out from these near-death experiences because they're causing him to have like little minor psychic episodes that he doesn't understand. And he doesn't really want to talk about it with people much. But if you're quiet and patient, and like Journey's saying, if you don't interrupt and things of that nature, he'll start letting it out slowly. But the distance you're feeling from him is not because of you. It's not your perfume. It's not something you said or did. So you can keep walking in your self-acceptance and keep loving and embracing yourself. It's definitely not you. You don't have to change anything. You know, like, he'd be the first to say, he's very happy and he feels fortunate that you two met, especially in the circumstances you met, because they were really strange. But they were very strange. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, he's already there with you. He's already there with you. Like, he doesn't tell you everything you want him to tell you, but in his heart, you are his girl. He doesn't, that's something he probably wouldn't want to talk about right away, but he'll let you know about it. And I'll give you an example. If you ever ride in the car with him, just watch how he reacts, because certain things still have an effect on him, like certain loud, like fireworks, or when you're riding. So every now and then it still messes with him, and he's trying to work it out. And same with the psychic thing. Like, if you notice, he'll be like, oh, I knew you were going to call. You know, he does those things, and he does little parlor tricks and shows off for his friends, like, oh, look what I knew. Look what I know. Sometimes, but that's what's going on in that area. And hopefully you can verify what I'm saying, and you've experienced it already. So December, Christmas looks good. Like I said, he'll be there with you spiritually in his heart. I don't know about physically. And if it is physical, it won't be like a constantly around. I see that. It's a lot going on right now.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of things that, like I said, he needs to express and needs to open up and talk about these things. Now, when we get at the end of this year, will you two come together? Absolutely. I got that same thing. She's like Trinity said, she sees it the same way I do. You're already his girl. You always have been. Mm-hmm. No one's ever compared to you in his mind.
Right. So even though you're saying
you are the girl, you were the slate that when he was in other relationships, he compared them to you, and they never added up to what you were capable of and who you were as a person, because that's who he loves, is you. So be prepared for the emotional roller coaster of things that are going to come out. And like I said, at that point, it's time to listen. Let him talk about all the things he talk about, because he needs to get it off his chest. But definitely try to understand everything, because you can't always understand everything that someone's talking about, but you can get a feeling for it and you can try to understand it. But like Trinity was saying, he's got some things that he hasn't told anybody, and he's going to express that. Says, yes, I feel like he doesn't express his emotions because he doesn't want to be judged. He doesn't want judgment. Well, you're not judging him, and he knows that. That's why he feels that at this moment, this is a breaking moment. This is a opening. The door is opening. And the best thing about it is we're at the end of the year. He's talking about it. He's expressing. To me, this is also like a New Year's resolution to him, is to be able to get these things off his chest so he doesn't bring them into the new year. He feels like by talking about them and getting them out in the open with you, he is going to feel better, and he's going to be able to bring you into his life fully, and you guys are going to go along for the ride. And I see a long-term relationship, which leads to wedding bells and being happy and having that family type energy with each other. So it's really positive. I mean, it's super positive. I don't see, anything bad there. I feel like you guys are going to, there is a lot of, there's a lot of missing energy that neither one of you have expressed. So by letting him get his stuff off his chest and allowing him to express himself, listening to it all, you're going to be able to listen to it, understand it. He's going to say things, basically questions that you have, questions about, but with him talking, you're going to get to understand how he was feeling, what he was going through, and then he's going to answer some of these questions in which you thought you weren't going to get answers to, but he answered them before you asked him. So it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a really good exchange, really good energy. So when do you see us engaged? When it comes to engagement, I'm going to say it's about this time next year. So it'll be in 2021, but it won't be until the end of the year. All right, Kristina, hopefully we were able to answer your questions here, and we're going to go ahead and take our next call. I'm so used to saying caller. We're going to take our next question here. Roll right back up here and get to that for you. And let's see here. We got a lot of questions here, guys. So just bear with us as we get through here. All right. I'm not sure how to say your name. But I'm going to put it on the screen so everyone can see it. But it says, when am I going to be my life partner? When I see your life partner coming into the situation, I don't feel that you even know this person, and nor will you know them until the summer of next year. I'm getting July, like late July. So this is a summer love that walks into the door. Now, this is definitely to me, it seems like, I don't want to say a setup because that sounds terrible, but it really is. It's like somebody knows somebody, they want you to meet them, and it just so happens you guys work out. And I feel like the energy works out well between the two of you and you feel good about it. And the relationship builds from there. So this is a blind date type situation that allows you to meet somebody that you really truly connect with. And it feels really good. And I feel like you're going to, you're really going to do what needs to be done. Okay, here she is. She's on YouTube now. No, you don't know him yet. You won't know this person until we get into July. So, the energy when you get there, you're in July. You go on a blind date. That's how you're going to meet him. So, no, you have no idea who this person is, and you got about 8 months before you meet them. So what I can tell you right now that Spirit's telling me is that you need to work on some spiritual energies and do some cleansings. Let go of the things of the past. Do not bring that luggage with you. It's time to release things that no longer serve a purpose in your life. And that means letting go of a few people that claim to be your friends, but yet give you, no energy unless they need something when it's all about them. So you need to cut some of those people out because you're growing to a level that you're not even I don't even see you guys connecting on that level anymore. So you're definitely growing. You're elevating yourself. Love is coming your way. It's also saying something about finances even getting better by that time. So you're going to be living life and you're going to be living life fully at that time. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Trinity and she's going to be able to tell you what she sees with them beautiful cards.
Shristi, hello, dear. I agree with Journey and working on inner self. I feel like this is going to be a spiritual type of man you're going to be with, and it's going to be important that you do try to look into like your zodiac, your astrology, and some numerology, and really just know yourself more and more and better. Because new relationships are always beautiful, but as you go into them, sometimes there's things going on. So the more solid and stable you are before you meet him, the better off you are. But in this situation, you would have to go by faith and not by sight, because there's no signs of him yet that you can see, but they're there, but they're not real tangible. But this is definitely a good time for the inner working of, like I said, looking at not just astrology, like, oh, I'm a sun sign, Sagittarius, and Jupiter is generous and benevolent, things like that. I mean, like, really look into yourself. And if you're not feeling attracted to, say, astrology or numerology, then you might just want to like look at yourself on different levels or from different perspectives. But it's so important that you're grounded in knowing what you want and how you feel about things. And it's true. There's some lingering energy from exes, and you don't want to meet the new guy and compare them. So it is better to clear that out the way and just come to a reckoning of it. Like, this is what happened, and this person helped me to be a better person. You really have to forgive people. Shristi, I know that sounds like I'm telling you what to do, and I'm not. But like I said, we are on live radio, so I'm assuming that you know exactly what I mean. And I do feel like you were hurt and done wrong, but at some point you have to either let that go in order to allow that new love and better love to come in. That might help it come a little quicker too sometimes. That's all I see, really. But when you talk about a life partner, then yeah, it's important because you want to make sure you're grounded and stable and secure within yourself, because he's going to be really good looking or she. And the thing is, you don't want to feel insecure every time they go to the restroom, or if they're late coming home from work. So those type of things have to be worked on also. And that's kind of in the area of what Journey was saying with the cleansings of your emotions in your mind and your perceptions from the world versus the perceptions you have now. Shristi, that's not the one. You don't know him yet. But yeah, you can like him, and that's part of getting to know yourself.
Right.
That got me excited, but that's not him. If Journey said you don't know him yet, trust me, you don't know him yet, but he's there. Mm-hmm. He's there. He's going to be something new and exciting and spiritual and just so sexy and charismatic even. You're going to love him, but you got to make sure that love for you is strong and found. You can't be like, oh, look at my hair today. Maybe he doesn't like me, or I'm too thin, I'm too fat. too tall, too short. Like, you've really got to get you down. And that's for all of us, really, but that's going to help your relationship. And the guy you like, that's just a quick flirtation thing. But I think you can learn some things from him. Yeah.
That's definitely right. Just, you know, the person that you're with now, this seems just like a stepping stone to get to the next relationship. That doesn't mean sabotage the relationship just because you got this information. Continue to keep this relationship as you would, but you're going to learn something from it, which builds you up to finding this next person, your life partner, the person that you're going to, you know, be with. That's got the stronger connection than the current connection that you have now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get back up here to all them questions. I wish they had a thing where I can like pen post these questions so I can keep them all in order, because there's so many. There's so many. We're trying to get to each and every one of you as fast as we can, guys. All right, let's see here.
Well, you're innovative. I'm sure you'll come up with a way. Maybe they can ask the questions before the show sometimes and send them in. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Amy had one other thing to say. She's at a crossroads in her life, and she has no clue where to go or where she's moving forward. Okay, Amy, I'm going to say something to you right now that's going to basically... All right, it's going to come out a little rough. It says to make up your mind. So it's saying that you need to start focusing on the things that make you happy. What is the beginning stage of what's going to make you happy, but get you stable? Well, the first thing I picked up is your emotional status. You're letting in way, way too many people's energies. Too many energies. I see you're like a counselor to people. Why are you talking? I mean, it's good to be there and be strong for everybody and get everybody to, you know, kind of calm everybody down, but you're not releasing their energy. You're taking it in and you're holding it in. And it's like you're processing their energy over and over and over again. Then you're processing your own energy. And then you've got your own stuff on top of it. But the thing is, it's not a lot of people are listening to you about your problems, and you're listening to everyone else's problems. Or when you go to explain your problems, people talk about their problems. So what you were talking about gets thrown under the rug. So the thing is that where you're at right now is, you know, at a crossroads, yes, but start figuring out what direction you want to go in. Do I want to further my education? Do I want to change my job? What do I need to do? But it's saying all the answers are in front of you. You just got to start picking and choosing what they are. And I'm going to tell you, with some of these choices that you make, they are going to come with consequences. You are going to, you know, go in a, you know, a certain way. So that's what I'm telling you right now. It's like the energy's there, but you have to make sure that you're ready for it. And you got to pick your direction, because I see a lot of it coming, and I feel a lot of it. I feel a lot of it's coming around. I feel like you're going to, I mean, I see a good positive thing ahead of you, but the thing is holding you back is taking in too much negativity, taking in too much negative energy, and not being able to release it. Write it down on paper, girl. Burn it. Get rid of it. Project it out of you. Scream it into a pillow. I've done that before. I've gotten super overwhelmed and just screamed it into a pillow. I've also written it down and lit it on fire. You're releasing the energy to be recycled. And by the way, if you scream it into your pillow, you might want to throw it in the wash machine and get that negative energy out of your pillow, because you sleep with it. So it's not a thing that you need to sleep with. But just know that the things that you're going through right now, the things that you're feeling right now, I know this is a crossroad. Stop taking in so many people's energy. Stop being a counselor to everyone else and be one for yourself, Amy. Your energy is you're so ready to move to the next step, but you're stuck. And that's why you feel like you're at a crossroads. Now it's time to make the decisions, but it's time to make the hard decisions. And that's what I'm getting. So it's start picking and choosing what needs to happen. because you're the one that's in control. You just don't feel like you're in control because if you pick certain situations or you go in certain directions, you're going to lose certain people out of your life. Just remember, they're not gone forever. They're just temporarily out of service. So I'm going to hand the mic over to, I almost said Holly, to Trinity, and she'll give you some more insight and what she sees in the cards for you on your crossroads.
Yes, indeedy. I'm not Holly, but I'm feeling jolly.
Hell yeah!
What is her question exactly, though? I was.
Well, she was at a crossroads, and she was trying to figure out the next decision, where she needs to go. Let me grab that question for you real quick. Let me find it here for you.
Yes, because I think she, like, with the question, that was almost similar to the example you gave about the red shoes and the white T-shirt. There we go. I want to ask about my future. Okay. I feel like I'm at a huge crossroads in my life, and I'm so clueless as to where to go moving forward. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty vague. Would it be possible if she had like an area that she was speaking on as far as moving forward?
Well, what I looked at when I seen it there, Trinity, it was more along the lines that she had a crossroad about everything. It wasn't just one direction. That's why she's feeling so lost and confused. Is because it's in all aspects of her life. So she's got to start making choices, but they're the harder choices. These are the choices that she needs to, open that door. She needs to say, okay, I have to do this, whether it hurts someone's feelings or not, but I need to grow as a person, and I need to get to where I need to be in order to make my life move forward. If not, she's going to be stuck, and all these people are going to take advantage of her. And that's what's
right. You're
everybody's
right.
taking advantage of her.
I mean, to me, then I don't want to repeat a lot of what you've just said. And I'm definitely not contradicting it at all, but it's definitely a temporary panic attack. You have within you the answers you need, the direction, the guidance. You even know some of the choices you want to make, but it's coming off like the energy and insight you have, you're using it on the other people and not using that time for you. That hour you spent talking to your girlfriend, trying to help her and, nursing people through bad relationships. It's like sometimes you got to turn off your phone and close the windows, blinds and everything and say, look, it's about me right now. You're a very gifted psychic. You know what I mean? You have a lot of self-confidence in yourself and your gifts. So you might right now just see it as, oh my God, I'm at a crossroad now, but that's not true. Like you're fully equipped with the proper answers and direction. Example, you called here. That's going forward. That's getting advice. That's, working with your brother and sister. So you're really good. But if you start telling yourself you're confused and clueless and crossroads, then it's going to just get worse. And before you know it, you'll have a tower situation. If you don't know towers, that's chaos and confusion, because as soon as you open that door in your mind and heart that you're not sure what to do and you don't know which way to go and these other things, then that's when floods of people are going to come to you, more like confused people with issues. And it's just a time for you to love and nurture and take care of you more. And I know you do that already. And that's why I said it's a temporary panic attack. It's just you love people so dearly and you're trying to help them. And this is what Journey's saying. And that part I am going to reiterate, because it seems like it'll break your heart if you can't help them. But the thing is, the energy and time you're putting into them is at that point, it needs to be put in you. And it's like 6 to 9 months of you that you should be given to you, because you've given years to other people. It looks like you might want to do some more reading and studying and delve deeper in certain like schools of mystery. There's things that are striking your interest that feel good. Like left to yourself, you do excellent. You wouldn't even be feeling like you're in a crossword road, but you're panicking now because you're seeing people do. I want to use the right word. You're seeing and witnessing, and your gifts are showing you about people that are making choices that will not be for their best interest, possibly, and they're going to learn hard lessons. But by you trying to help them, that's taken from you, and then you can't help them at all anyway. If you have 9 broke friends, you'll be the 10th. So energetically, you got to invest in you a little bit more. So I did reiterate what Journey said, but I tried to like tell you from my own experience and what I'm seeing in the spiritual realm also. You got to get back to trusting your gifts. There's no other way. And you've done that before. You've been in the woods, you've been near the water, you've been getting visions, you've been, knowing things. And you've warned people and they have listened in the past. But now it's time for you to look out for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The thing about it is that where she's at the crossroads, it's hard to make those decisions. And that's what it is. It's making those decisions where that you have to cut certain things out of your life. But remember that taking things out of your life can be temporary, or you can make them permanent. That's up to you. But right now, you need to think about just you, and you need to be able to move forward and not allow this type of energy to hold you back or interfere with your life. Well,
she has a very exciting soul journey.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I love her energy, like that curiosity and that love and attraction she has for learning and doing new things. And she's depriving herself because she loves these people, because in her mind, she's thinking she can help fix them. You've been there. I've been there. Every gifted perfect person goes there. But at some point, you got to pull back. And I agree that, there are huge crossroads, but she's got to get back into herself before she can even answer them. Yep.
Right. And the thing about it is that she's got to open that door, and she's got to make these choices, but she needs to start hanging out with the stronger friends and kind of let the weaker ones go to the sideline for now until they can build themselves back up. She's given them plenty of energy and plenty of answers. Now it's time to allow them you've planted the seed, now let it grow. It's got to grow on its own, because you continue to keep
swim. Drop them out the nest, girl.
Exactly. Throw them in the pool. They'll learn to swim real fast. But the thing is that, you've been, teaching them how to swim for all this time. Now it's time to let them swim on their own. Let them get the experience. Let them understand. But don't let it bring you down, because that's what's happening. A lot of things are keeping you in one spot, but it's time to make choices. I see opportunities coming your way. You're going to have to start grabbing those opportunities and not worry about the people on the sideline. All right, Amy, hopefully that we were able to answer your question on that. We're going to go ahead and take this next question here. It's from Maria. And Maria, when will I get pregnant? Thank you very much. Okay, well, pregnancy seems difficult for you. Right off the bat, I got, so
energy block.
Yeah, it's showing me here that's something that she would need to go see a medical doctor for. She's got something going on. I keep seeing something that she can't control. So it's something that it's not where you can't have children, but I get that it makes it harder for you to have children. So it makes it a lot harder. But when it comes to pregnancy, I do see it 2023. That's what I got on that.
And all I'm saying is, it's possibly a medical situation too, like you're saying. But I'm just definitely seeing an energy block and a fear, like a fear of not having the child or the pressure of it. And that can block that. When she calms down and relaxes, then it should be easier too. Like, that fear will block it. That can definitely like tighten all your muscles and make it like very complicated to have to conceive. So that's the bigger question. Like, things going on with her and maternity issues, and which guy she's going to have this baby with, like his family and his attitude towards children, and trying to push her and rush her into having a baby. That's a lot of pressure, and that can block you and cause your physical body to react in a way to where you just can't get pregnant during that time. So I'm thinking of Holly too. I wish I had better words to say about that.
No, you say your words like I told everybody. Everybody has their own way.
I'm joking. No, in a loving, sisterly way. That's what sisters do. We're my psychic connection sister, so that little sister talks like big sister. Like, I wish I had better news for you.
Spiritual sisters. All right. Sierra has a question that she'd like to get answered. It says, Will me and my dad make commands after having our big argument in June? I'm not really seeing commands. Not really understanding
making amends. May I go there real quick? Yeah, I mean, the argument was because of the dad, because he's fighting himself. He has issues with himself. He was projecting on you, and you didn't realize it at these. It was more than one argument. Okay, it just built up to that. But before then, it was building up. But yes, you're going to make an amends. I mean, in his heart, he already did. He does love you, but he's very, very angry at himself. And you love him. You love him, but you are defending yourself and trying to prove to him that you're a good person. And you can't. You can't make someone else think something. You have to believe you're a good person or all these good things and allow him to, have his freak out moment. But yeah, definitely so the way I see it in the spiritual realm, it's already amended. It's already reconciled. Okay. It didn't happen physically yet, but it's already there. It's a done deal. The love is there. It's more of a question. The question is more so like, do you see my dad understanding and realizing certain things? And that's going to happen too in time and experience. But everything I'm seeing is mostly spiritual and misunderstandings. But I definitely do see that good, strong love. And he had fears over you, afraid you'll do this and afraid that'll happen. And you felt like you didn't trust your judgment. Like, if you want to sum it up, it's like Cyndi Lauper, girls just want to have fun type of situation. And then the mom, Love is a Battlefield, Pat Benatar, you got to check it out. But I'm just saying, these things are going on.
What is it, YouTube night?
I figure if I just tell her these songs, she could watch the video and she'll get the whole gist of what I'm saying. But her and the mom have Love is a Battlefield, and he doesn't want her to be like the mom. And he's just going through so much within himself and so much anger and frustration on her upbringing and how things worked out. He definitely doesn't like her choice in mates or partners. That's another issue. But none of that's going to matter because he loves her no matter what. And she loves him no matter what. And they're so much alike. They're both stubborn and pig-headed on some levels. No offense. But that's good. You need that. You need that confidence and arrogance sometimes in life. But there's so much alike. They both made up already. Neither want to say it. She'll say it, but deep down inside, she's like, why should I say it? I'm not even wrong. So... Yeah, consider a done deal though, please. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But the answer that she's the other answer that she's looking for too is that they're are they going to make amends and make things happen? I do feel like it's coming. It is going to take time. It's a sore subject between the two of you. I feel like you guys still butt heads like your brother and sister. Like, you guys have a different kind of connection. But I mean, it's a good one. But you got to think he's still seeing you as the little girl you once were.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not that little girl anymore. You've grown past that. So, he's got to realize that you have to make choices on your own. You do things the way that you want to do things because that's the way, it happens when you grow up. You become an adult and you start making these choices and you start doing these things on your own. Now, is he trying to save you from mistakes that maybe have made in the past? Absolutely. But you know what? Everybody makes mistakes so they can learn from them. You may be able to hear other mistakes other people have made and you get a piece of that information and you carry that with you, which is great. So you may not fall in that mistake in the same way in which they did, but if you have to make that same mistake, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for everything. It's a learning tool. It's a learning curve. It's something that you need to understand and you feel and you experience, and it just changes the whole way everything happens for you. And it's a builder, and then you can share your experience with somebody. But at this current situation, the thing between you and your dad, I definitely feel like you guys are going to be able to make it through. I do feel like you guys come together. It's going to be great. Keep your head up. Try to see where he's coming from, but try to control your emotions too. I feel like you take some of his words when he talks about things, you take them differently, almost like he's insulting you. And I don't get that that's the intention. So it comes off hurtful. Don't allow that to take on. And then she says she lives a lot in the past. Of course you do. We all, because we learn from our past. So we live in our past. But you've got to stop living in the past so you can live in the present so you can get to the future. The past is there. It's a learning experience. But let's move forward. You got to let certain things go. You know, you may be able to forgive a situation. You will never forget it because it's a part of who you are. But know that this is how you're working. This is how you deal with things. Don't take everything he says as a judgment. He's giving his opinion on things. So don't let that get to you. Because I feel like you take his words and they come off very sharp and it feels like an insult. It's not meant to be insulting. He's not easy with his words. He's very old school. The way he speaks is old school. So try to do your best with that. I know that's a hard one to overcome because of who he is in your life. So what he says has a lot of meaning, but not everything he says is a negative thing to harm you. So just hang in there for that. All right. Hopefully, Sierra, we were able to help you there. Let's keep going. I got a bunch of questions.
I think I helped her too because she lives in the past. And I gave her Pat Benatar. Go to the 80s, girl. I'm just kidding. So I don't know. Of all the things to pick up on, I tapped into that. Like she likes old music, the 80s, the 60s, the 70s. No, but seriously, I think everything we both said is an agreement, and she'll do well. Mm-hmm.
All right, so Sandy is sending a question to us. Hey, Sandy H. Says, hello, can I have a reading focused on my love life, please? Sandy, if you are with us, what do you want to know about your love life? Because I'm getting a lot of different things coming to me from your love life where decisions need to be made between two people. So that's what I'm seeing coming your way is the decision between two loves. And even if they're not in your life right now, they're going to be coming up here soon. I get that there's someone lingering around that already has an attraction to you and a new person coming into the picture. So that's how I see it coming. And I feel like this person coming in, they are toxic. The energy is toxic. They come in sweet. They kind of ruin this relationship that you have with a person who has great interest in you. I feel a connection there. They'll push that person out of your life. Do not allow them to push that person out of your life. That person is the keeper. That person is definitely the keeper. The person who is walking in after you're already connected is not the good person. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I see Trinity over there. Brains are smoking over there. So I'm going to let her tell you what she's seeing because it looks like it's something good.
Well, it's just keeping in mind with what you're saying. And also she's going to want to look into evaluating the situation and lining up her heart with her mind because right now they're not on the same level. So you want to line your mind up with your heart because you're asking about your love life. Well, there's things you want and desire, but your mind's not with it. It's like they're not connecting. So it's showing that things are going to go very quickly, though, with your love life. And it's possible that you'll be in the business with someone or work with them and you guys will be building on something together. Like that's coming up very strong. But like I think the most important thing that I would be most concerned about is, like I said, and I don't know if you need me to, I guess, clarify what I'm saying to you. You know, that's radio friendly, but it's basically like I'm saying, in your heart and in your mind are in opposition on what you expect and want in your love life. And because of that, it's causing heartache and pain and fear. That's basically the best way to nail it down. But like I said, I can see the energies like concerning your love life. They're moving fast. Everything that's going to happen is going to take place really fast. So right now you have a calm moment to where you can look within and evaluate yourself and put both together. Or if not, you might just have that guy that's like sort of a bookworm and working hard. And then you might have the other one that's like more passionate. He's working hard too, but his passions are different. And you'll have a mixture of difference, and it'll like be kind of confusing, which kind of will tear you a little bit, because now you have to choose which one. So it's kind of better if you line up your mind and your heart for what you want.
Right.
They do a full package, guys out there. Journey and I, so full package, full course meal with the dessert. So it's there. But it's better if, like I said, if you have it lined up in your heart and your mind of what you will want and how you want things. And then sort of on some level, you have to be what you want. You can't just, say, oh, I want a guy who likes to go out and on adventures. Look at that guy on TV, where you don't like to travel. So you have to sort of take on the characteristics of what you're wanting in a man and then line it up in your heart and your mind like that. And I just feel like in the past, that was one of the things that caused you to stumble a lot, because sometimes you just didn't want to say no, because he had some of the stuff, but not all of it. And you knew you were heading to the Grand Canyon, but you just kept going. So I think things like that have gotten you a little afraid, but I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to feel like you're in control and you're in power of yourself and your emotions and your mind, just by combining them and working it together. Self-evaluate, but don't judge yourself harsh. Don't criticize yourself. Just uplift yourself. And like I said, things are going to be moving quick. Once the middle of December gets here, it's going to be like boom, boom, boom. So, and that's in your life in general. So it's certain commitments you've made and obligations you have coming up in the end of December and the middle of February. Things are going to be going really fast. So if you're concerned about your love life, like now is a good week and a half, 2 weeks to evaluate and also combine what you want. You're juggling a lot of different stuff right now. Things are in and out, but things are going to be even quicker as the new year picks up. Yeah. That was a lot of information for you.
I love it because it was all that she needed to hear at the time. And, the thing is that, with this love coming in, I've seen the toxic side, but there's somebody that's already in her life that she needs to accept.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the toxic you're seeing might just be the Thelma Louise thing I was seeing, It's like,
right.
Oh, I know if I sleep with him, I'm going to regret it in the morning. I'm not going to respect myself. What the hey? It's like bag of chips and then some. And chips are good. And, so is ice cream. But sometimes when you overdo it, it's consequences.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys, there is a show tomorrow night as well. I just want to give you guys a heads up about tomorrow night. We are going to be here with Marin. Marin she is our dream interpreter. She's going to be doing dream interpretations. So if you guys have a dream that you would like to get an answer to, like I had this dream and, this purple ball just kept bouncing everywhere, or, something that's standing out, she's going to be able to help you explain it and understand it and get a better understanding of things that are going on. So that's what we're going to be tuning in tomorrow night. Now, we are going to take one more question before we end tonight's show. Again, we're going to be back tomorrow night and Friday. We'll be here on Friday with Gifts of Faith. She's an amazing psychic. She's very detailed. One of Trinity's favorite people and one of mine as well.
I don't know. I like them all. It's hard to say. It's
but she's one of your favorites. She's been one of your favorites for years.
It's her laugh. I love her laugh.
She's very joyful.
Yeah, that's your little sister.
She's actually in the process of transitioning as well. She's moving on from one place to another, so I'm happy for her. But let's go ahead and take this last question. This last question is coming from Victor. Victor says, do you guys see a better job coming my way or a new career, a path to take? I want to pack my bags and move state and start somewhere new, but I'm a little scared and unsure of what I should do. Well, Victor, right off the bat, I think, the idea of packing your bags and going to a new town and getting yourself with a new career, I think that's an absolutely great idea. I think that's an amazing idea. I think that it would be very beneficial to you. Now, to give you a time frame on a good time to do that, June of next year. Don't go before then. Now's the time for you to save money, get things put in order, be able to put yourself together, make sure you have a structure, and give yourself an idea of where you're going, what job you could secure, and go from there. But I really feel like the opportunity for you to pack up, move, go do what you got to do. I see a new job coming for you if you move. I see you finding yourself. That's the other thing. It's not just about the job. It's about finding yourself, finding your happiness, and exploring something about yourself that you didn't know was there. So I really feel that this is a lot that you need to do and what you need to have come your way. So I keep seeing that, yes, to move is an absolute great idea, but between now and then is the perfect time for you to get things put together, structure everything, plan things out accordingly, know what you're about to get yourself into, and then head in that direction. By doing so, not only are you going to find yourself with a new career, you're going to find yourself with happiness. You're also going to find yourself with clarity, but you're going to find yourself again, and love follows once you do all that. I'm going to pass the torch over to Trinity, and she'll give you her tidbit on what she sees coming up for you as well.
Let's see. I mean, it looks like you have good skills with managerial positions. That's what's coming up for me, that once you get in a job and you're stable and secure, promotion is definitely in store for you. I'm seeing that there were a few jobs, like your most recent job, you felt taken advantage of and overworked and not respected like you deserved. So that's going to change soon. That's definitely changing. Actually, you've changed within, so it's definitely going to change. So in that sense, I just see you working as a manager, or you might actually return back to school even, because I do see that it's like a lot of money in your future. Like it's a great potential. Yes, a great potential for even more. And I also see a great potential with real estate. But as far as the move, yeah, you don't want to pack up and move right away, because you do have some commitments where you're at right now. And you don't want to, like try to leave in a few months. And I do see a strong romantic love in your life. And so even when you questioned about moving, that might have to be considered too, like your mate, of how they feel and like where they're going to prosper at and thrive the best. But so in your area, I know like you've been looking at different jobs and it doesn't look like anything's open, but it's going to get better within, I say, January. So from now until like like a little after the holidays, there's going to be some new things out that you'll be comfortable working with, to where you can, sort of work your way up more. Let's see. And it might just be in the medical field too. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, Journey and I, we're good buddies here. Our energy, that's why I'm trying not to repeat what he already said, and I'm trying to say it to where you'll retain what we're saying. But I see the bond with this female in a really strong, loving, and supportive relationship, to where you might not even want to move down the road, because like staying where you're at, not exactly the same area, but at least not too far away. There's some people there that kind of are looking to you for support. And I know you got to live your best. And I agree with Journey too. Like, yeah, the move is good, but you got to really weigh it out, because as you go out one door, you know what I'm saying? You're closing another door behind you. And sometimes you can't be in both worlds at the same time. So I would like really reconsider and really look into that. And also it would be good if you looked into real estate. Like that's coming up really strong for me, about like I have the visions of you actually investing in, like I said, manager position, but I see you working for yourself on some level as far as like real estate, or I don't want to say investing in a business, but Oh, wait. It's coming so slow. I think it's coming slow because it's really in the air right now. It's more long term, and that's why it's not very clear. But the rest of it you did get. Like, you can definitely get a good managerial position, and jobs are going to open up for you. And the girl, she's going to, if you're not with her already, this is like it's going to be a very significant romantic relationship, like on a soulmate level and best friend level combined. And if I don't know if you're with her or not yet, but like I see her energy with yours and around you, and I know that you can sense her or you feel it or you know her. But either way, I'm not really sure how the move will affect her, or where she is exactly either, but it's just some things you'd have to consider. Yep.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Trinity, it has been a wonderful night. Now, guys, remember, we are going to be here tomorrow night with Dream Interpretation. And then tomorrow, or on Friday, we'll be here with Gifts of Faith. She'll be doing some psychic readings for you guys. Now, I do see some little psychic monsters that come in here and say, get your reading. Please ignore them. I don't know where they're coming from, but we got a little troll somewhere that we need to get rid of. But I do it every day. I have to go on we have to go on the YouTube and get rid of them. We have to get on Facebook and get rid of them. It's like, if you can't read for yourself, there's a reason why no one's going to you. So you don't have to jump on someone else's show and try to steal their people. So the thing is like, you guys, if you want readings, we're going to be here. We're 5 nights a week. Thursdays is Dream Interpretation, but we're readings for the rest of the shows. Not this Saturday, but the upcoming Saturday after that, we're going to be doing a live show. There's going to be quite a few of us psychics on here, so it's not going to just be me and Holly. It'll be me, Trinity, Holly, Gifts of Faith. We'll even add Marin to the mix. We'll have a good time. We'll do readings, dream interpretations. We'll be doing giveaways. It's going to be awesome. Giving away free minutes on the website, giving away, smartwatches and other items like that. So get prepared. It's going to be awesome. Definitely check us out at mypsychicconnection.com. Like I said, we're in transition of the website, so anything that's on this site will be transferred over to the new system, which will have video chat, and you'll be able to call and talk to your psychic one-on-one, which will be absolutely amazing. Again, if you're looking for a psychic reading, check us out on Friday night, and then tomorrow night we're doing dream interpretations, so come with those dreams, because I can't wait to hear them. The last show was so interesting. I loved it. I talked about some of my inner dreams, so you guys get an idea of what I get to dream about, and it was pretty awesome. So from everyone here at My Psychic Connection, we want to say thank you, Trinity. It has been a blast. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight, and we'll catch you next Thursday.
All righty. I had a great time. Thank you. Thanks for the call.
Absolutely. Have a great night. This is Journey